All right,
How are
perfect.
we? How
Salute,
are we?
salute.
How are we?
Thank you
We
both
are
for your
pro.
time. Thank you both for your time. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Having you guys take the time to speak to us today.
Yes,
And
sir.
it looks like we got a hell of a fight coming up on February
Yeah.
22nd.
Yes, sir.
Looks like it's going down in Denver. Am I
Yep.
correct? At the
Correct.
Stockyards Event Center.
That's
Correct.
the
Uh,
spot. Yes, sir.
yeah. So a battle between two undefeated fighters. We got John. John, I believe you're 4-0.
Yes, sir.
So zero losses. Harry, current champion. I can see that belt right on your shoulder,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
And
Yes, sir.
you have. So I was a little confused with your record, first of all, because I seen the flyer
Yes, sir.
that you posted,
Yeah.
and your record says 3-0. But when I looked it up on Backrus, it says 4-0. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
No. That's from when I fought in Triller's Triad Combat.
Got you, got you.
Same thing. I fought in a Trigon, like the same style of the ring, but it was with MMA gloves, so that was the only difference. It wasn't bare knuckle. They sanctioned it on my rankings. I mean, it's technically not bare knuckle, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I guess you could say it was like an amateur fight. It got me ready for the Trigon, so um,
Cool, cool.
just yeah, that's just it.
All right, no biggie. So 3-0, 3-0 versus 4-0. We got it. And yeah,
John,
let's get to
John
it.
with 100% KO ratio.
Yes, sir.
So John, I wanted to start with a question for you, my friend, because I was on Bot Correct, right? And I was looking for your record, and I couldn't find one. And of course, it looks like you just had bare knuckle experience so far. So,
Correct.
what kind of pushed you into the sport? Do you have any prior combat experience?
So originally I'm a kickboxer by trade. So I've been kickboxing pretty much in my entire career. And then, when the competition started to slow down and there was no one for me to face, I ended up transitioning into MMA. I got an amateur and professional MMA career as well. So yeah, so that's where it
What's your
started.
record?
My record in kickboxing is 29-4, and then my pro record in MMA is 2-1.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
So this fight February 22nd, is this a unification? Is it just for Harry's belt? What's the cause of this fight specifically? How did it go about?
Uh,
I guess
uh,
it's kind of it's undisputed. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's I
yeah, right. I
I
feel like
inaugurated the 140 division super lightweight, and John's the first one to defend. This is history for bare
yeah,
knuckle. It's like a
yeah.
big thing. This is the first
awesome.
defense.
Hmm.
And we're the two guys at the top right now, and the greatest are fighting the greatest. It's not like
Yes, sir.
boxing where it's kind of watered down and they're
Hmm.
the weight game. We're getting right to it, and
Yeah.
I requested for John. I thought John was the most worthy. I thought he was the one that deserved this title.
Hmm.
Something happened at the 135 weight division. The champ something came up. I don't really know. I wasn't. I'm not too familiar with the situation, but you know what? They asked me if John to be the opponent. I said yeah, and we got it rolling within the first day of them asking. So
Yes.
we were
Cool.
both in mutual agreement
Yeah.
on this, and it's two worthy opponents. So I'm just excited to show out, and it's an honor to share it with them.
Yes, sir.
No.
I agree.
Awesome.
So John, tell me, what do you think about Harry Gigliotti, his stylistic combat game?
So I think he's a seasoned boxer. Definitely something that um gives me, I guess, a worthiness, right, of this match. I've been throughout my career in bare knuckle, I've been trying to find good fights to where it puts me on this pedestal of a good boxer. I'm a kickboxer, right? That it transitioned into the boxing, so I'm like, you know what? If I can hang with these boxers, which Gigliotti is, I think that would be a really testament to my ability to pick up this new skill and this art and will help me in the future, when I decide to hopefully one day open up my own gym or whatnot. So, and then plus I'm already coaching a lot of bare knuckle fighters at this moment. And I was like, I know there's a lot of transferability, right, in the game of combat sports. I've been doing kickboxing. It's right there next to boxing. And I've been fighting on the streets for a very long time in Hawaii. And that's something that we take pride in is boxing nicely, as best we can. So it was a easy transition, and I knew that Gigliotti would be a guy that would be able to show off a side of my boxing that most people haven't seen yet, you know, because I've been fighting a lot of brawlers. You know, Gigliotti is he's a boxer and he boxes in this bare knuckle space as well. Not much people do that. You know, and to be honest, it's hard to box someone that don't want to box as well. So I'm pretty sure you probably seen that a lot, you know, and so yeah, I felt like that would be a good match for me to test myself and see where my boxing lays with some of the greatest, you know.
Now, Gigliotti, same question. What do you think about John Bernard's skills?
He's a level change volume puncher. He likes to mix up the dirty boxing, the clinch. Something that I'm not a big fan of. On my last previous fight, I tried to work to get out of the clinch. So yeah, he's exactly correct. I try to keep it center ring and box my way out. If I feel uncomfortable, I try to get the break. I mean, that's pretty much. I think we both understand that. We kind of understand what the fight's going to be like, and you know, it's going to be a chess match. I think we're both going to be figuring each other out, and it comes down to the better man. I mean, he's going to be trying to work the clinch, try to find the level changes, work the body, try to come up top, and I'm going to be trying to figure him out and chop him on the punches. You know what I mean? Anytime he, you know, it works his way, I want to shut him down. So, it's going to be a good fight, man. I mean, I hope everybody tunes in. I know there's going to be blood. I mean, that's kind of what we're aiming for. We're trying to, you know, bring this sport to a new elevation and trying to grow it to what it's going to be. And like I said, you got two technical fighters. I mean, technicality, skill. I mean, everything that people that, you know, are everything that the fans want to see. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be a type of fight where everyone should be on the edge of their seats, if not standing. And I think, you know, like I said, I'm going to be trying to work the distance. He's going to be trying to work the level changes and getting the body and working the dirty boxing. So it's going to come down to the better man that night.
Tell me, what is your prediction, John, in this fight?
You know, I've been contemplating on this prediction for a while. This is probably one of the first fights where there is it's a hard to say, you know. This is the first fight that I've ever had. I don't question my skill. I just feel like Gigliotti is a seasoned boxer that knows how to adapt under pressure. He knows how to adjust when need to. He's a boxer by trade, and he hasn't shown me any areas in which I can exploit very easily. He's a very good boxer. So I feel like this fight will either go by decision, you know, and this is my sum up right now. Like I'm coming out of the dome right now. Is either it's gonna go by decision or someone gives up. You know what I mean? That's the only two outcomes. That's it. You know, someone's gonna give up because I know it's not gonna be anything other than that.
Harry, how do you see this fight playing
Pretty
out?
similar. I do think in the later rounds I can break him down and stop him. I don't know though. Harold McQueen hit him with everything and the kitchen sink. He is as durable as they come. So I'm not looking for the knockout. Anything after, you know, the win is just a plus. I could see this going the distance too. I mean, we're both durable. We're both in there to win. So I mean, it's one of those fights where, you know, we're both going to be hitting each other. We're both going to be trying to make, you know, each other miss and make each other punish each other. And it's just one of those fights that it comes down to who lands the right shot or lands more shots. I mean, whoever can land the more flush shots and make it, you know, obviously stir it to the judges that, you know, they deserve to win the fight. And I don't know. We're both volume punchers. I don't like to predict anything. I like to let it come natural. I think I do have everything in my artillery to stop him. I'm sure he feels the same way. So we're both just going to have to break each other down and see what happens on fight night. I respect this man. Like I said, it's never disrespect. It's just competition. But I don't know, man. I got to respect it where respect is deserved. He's durable and he's tough. So I don't know. I'm gonna let fate choose it. I'm gonna go out there and be the best me that night.
Tell me, what type of training camp did you guys go through for this particular moment, February 22nd? And what does that fight mean to you in this stage of your careers?
Uh, I mean, I've been working with a lot of different MMA guys, Muay Thai, boxing. I had Johnny DePina in my camp, probably one of the better boxers in New England. I've just been getting rounds. Travis Demko, he's fighting for the Combat FC title. He's 8-1, looking to get that spot in the UFC soon. So I've been competing. I've been competing with some of the better guys in the area that kind of match John's style. I like to work with level changers. I've been sparring with a lot of different smaller people. I had Gabby Morales work with me and give me some rounds. He's smaller kind of size like John is. I just try to match the people that I think can kind of simulate John's style. But I did great. I had a great camp. Now it's just coming down to fight night.
Yeah. And as for me, I didn't change nothing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? So, I just continue to work on the cardio because that's one of my number one attributes is making sure that I can withstand the test of time in the ring, and also just keeping my mental straight, because I know that was something that I failed to bring to the combat scene last event. It was an emotional thing for me, and I had to realign myself and remember why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that is because I enjoy this shit. And ain't nobody gonna ever pull me out of character. Ain't no one gonna ever, get me emotional, and that's what messed me up the last fight, and which I was able to get caught so cold in my last fight. So ultimately, it was more of an emotional, a mental conditioning that took place during this camp, ensuring that I'm focused, ensuring that I'm concentrating on the outcome rather than what's it called, what areas of my improvement. Like it was just more of a mental thing, just making sure that no one can pull me out of character. I'm gonna fight my fight. That fight's gonna go the way I want it and nowhere else. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna see emotionally grounded in this fight, just like I have in my first few fights.
Harry, why do you win this fight February 22nd?
I'm healthy. I mean, I've been putting the miles in. I've been putting the work in. I've had a great camp. I'm not sick. Last time I was sick, that was a big jump up. That's why I know I'm resilient. I went over to, England and I was sick as a dog. I had pneumonia. We contemplated pulling out. I said, you know what? I got to withstand whatever Joe Fitzpatrick has, and I got to hit him with something great. And, I watched him. I watched him expose his body a couple times. I went up the middle, touched him on the head. And like I said, I saw him chicken wing that arm up, go tight envelope, and I mean the body shot was there. I always try to be a boxer puncher, just set up the right punch and put the combinations together and let the rest of the work, get put together and land the right shots. So I think that's what I'm gonna do is dissect and I plan on doing that on February 22nd.
One more question, John. The same question, then I got a little treat for you guys. Why do you win this fight, John? February
Um,
22nd.
I win this fight because I've been battle tested for a number of years, MMA, kickboxing, bare knuckle, as you guys seen in my last performance. And the reason why I feel like outside of that is because Harry, he hasn't really fought any great boxers yet, or any fighters in general. Like I feel like I think maybe his MMA that match where he had MMA gloves, which looked hella fun. That was probably one of your better matches that I really admired the most. Other than that, the
Yeah.
other guys that you fought, to my opinion, doesn't even come close to what I bring to the table. And I think that's why the respect is so mutual. It's because you know that I'm going to be one of the tougher opponents, one of the more skilled individuals, one of the most seasoned fighters, durable, all that kind of stuff. So that's the difference, So we haven't really seen what you're capable of yet, and until we step in that ring. So I think that's where the difference lies between the competition that you faced before and the competition that you're about to face. I've fought, trained, sparred, worked with some of the greatest in the world, you know what I mean? So this is nothing new to me, and I've been in rougher situations. So that's where I feel like I come up on top, is because of that experience alone and the grit that I have in these bones, bro. Got that Hawaiian Island warrior in me, and that shit is hard to break.
I like that.
Hmm.
So we have here Kyrie Todd that was able to spar both of you guys.
Oh shit!
After you didn't get
What
here,
are you
bro.
gonna do,
That's
bro?
what's
Nice.
there. So
Kyrie, what it
Kyrie,
do,
you've been in
brother?
the ring with both of these gentlemen. They're going to be fighting February 22nd. Oh Lord, definitely. Tell me, what do you think?
Oh,
uh,
it
uh,
lagged. Kyrie got on. What are you gonna do? Say
All
I'm
right.
news.
like,
So look, What happened?
Hey,
All
Yo,
right.
what's
Rags.
up?
So
You
Kyrie,
good? You
you've
good?
been in the ring
Yeah.
with both of these guys. They're fighting February 22nd for a unification or undisputed. Tell the fans, what do you think about this matchup stylistically, and how do you think it goes down?
Yeah, I've been in the ring with both guys. I think Harry is a slick boxer. I think Harry got hold that for the yeah, because it's too yeah. Harry's a slick boxer. I think Harry got that flashy style, but I just think John is very. He got a lot of grit. I sparred John. He comes tough. Um, it's a 50-50 fight. I really like John said that, who has Harry fought? But I think Harry fought some good guys that John could sleep on too. You know, Harry was out here fought
Tiger Johnson,
Tiger Johnson, a great fighter.
Bam Williams.
Exactly. So I think don't sleep on those guys like he hasn't been in there. But John is a tough, gritty guy. Like I said, I've been in the ring with him. He pushed me. But I think Harry's slick. So it's a 50-50 fight. If Harry can stay away from the power that John brings, John can crack. I got hit by John. And Harry's just super slick and he can box his ass off. So it's a 50-50 fight. I really like this fight for sure.
You've been
Could
in
be
there
fun.
with both of them, but there's no gloves. Does the fight go the distance?
That's a tough question.
If it goes, yeah, man. If it goes the distance, it's gonna
That's
be.
what the
It's gonna be.
people want to
I
know,
think it's gonna be a
Kyrie.
bloodbath.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
bloodbath. I think if it goes a different distance, it's just gonna be a tough fight. Both guys gonna be banged up, bruised up. It's gonna be. That's and then that's where I think John favors that side of that fight because he that's an easier fight for him that brawl like that bang that grit and I think if Harry can just box and just stay out the way and I think he can do it on that end so it's really 50-50. It's really however these guys prepare and come to fight if John fights Harry style it could be tough if Harry fights John style it could be tough so I don't know. I got both guys. They both my guys. So
Yeah.
and he's a
The
good.
fans win.
Yeah, man, it's a great fight.
I
Kyrie, my
love that.
guy.
Yes,
Appreciate you, brother.
sir.
Yeah.
So you already know. Willie, you have any last minute words?
Yeah, I mean, I just had I like a curious question because I'm not really too familiar with bare knuckle, right? So I was really curious to know, like, when it comes to your training,
Yeah.
this is a question for both of you guys. Harry, especially you, being that you have prior boxing experience,
Yeah.
what is kind of like different in the training when it comes to bare knuckle? Like, how do you
Um.
prepare to fight
Yeah.
just bare?
So, like the first couple of weeks, I'll just do traditional boxing, and then I'll start working with MMA guys with the turtleback gloves. I'll spar a little bit with that. Obviously, I'm not trying to. We can't take each other heads off. It's a little bit heavier and easier to knock someone out with those gloves. It's MMA sparring gloves, and then I'll start hitting the pads. Like I did the pad work. I did 6 4-minute rounds today with the turtleback gloves, 30-second breaks. Burnout. Try to burn myself out. Try to regulate it like it's going to be a fight, and try to push that extra distance. Because in a fight it's going to be tough. It's not going to be like sparring. Everyone kind of eases into sparring and stuff, but even the fail out round and the anxiety going into the fight, all that, it's exhausting. So you got to push yourself. You got to push yourself and take it to new heights because the fight's going to be a lot different. Everyone has a game plan until they get hit, like Mike Tyson said. So I just try to regulate it. I just try to simulate it like it's a fight. And like I said, I start out with boxing gloves, put the MMA sparring gloves on, and I'll touch the bag a little bit with it. I'll do pad work with it, and I'll spar once in a while with the MMA guys that try to work that inside tie plums and stuff like that. But I've been mixing it up a ton because the last fight when I fought Joe Fitzpatrick, I got caught in a predicament where I was getting hit in the pocket, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I think I'll be a little bit. There'll be a lot. This will be a different Harry the Hitman this time around. I think you'll see a new version of me. Still same traditional boxing, but if I get caught in predicaments, I think I'll have a little bit more of an answer for it.
Gotcha. And same question for you, John.
Can you run that question back again?
Yeah. So being that you have a big background in several different types of combat sports, so how do you prepare for bare knuckle?
Oh, I got you. I've answered this question multiple times. I really don't change nothing about my game. The reason why is growing up in the islands of Hawaii, we trained boxing, at home and on the bag, and we fought with bare knuckle, and so I didn't see any translations or just training differences that we've done back in the day. So it's like there's really nothing, no change, to be honest. We've been street fighting, and it's just similar. It's just, reminding myself to look smooth when I'm trying to box. Try to not be sloppy, and those things are really hard to really emulate and practice. Because at the end of the day, I do care about my training partners and all of the individuals that I'm training with. So it's really hard to practice such a dangerous art. You know what I mean? So we just keep it simple, keep it the basics, and we work on that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, because I know preparing for, especially Harry, being that you're both, you kind of, in a sense, unifying, this is a big deal for the two of
Right.
you. So preparing for that just mentally, is also a big contribution to the fight too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
that's my last question. Mills, you got anything else?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, word.
I appreciate you guys for tapping in.
Yeah, thank you for
Hey, John,
tapping
you
in.
look,
Yes,
Remember,
sir.
John, you
February
looking safe.
Yes,
22nd,
sir.
Denver,
Always,
Colorado.
baby.
I
You
see
got
your
fight.
face. You looking like you in shape.
All the time, baby.
And
I'm always in shape. Ready to
Harry's
go.
always in
I'm
shape.
Yes,
always
sir.
safe. Stay ready
Put
so
on
you
the
don't have to
show,
get
fellas.
ready.
Put
You
on
know
the
that.
show.
Yes, sir.
Matchmaker.
Yes, sir.
Matchmaker right there.
Come on, baby. Hey, I put this shit
Yeah,
together at
you
the
sure
Jamaican
did.
spot.
That's
You
crazy.
did.
You remember that?
Come
Nah, you
on.
did.
Yep.
You did.
I need
You
my
uh,
did.
finder's fee.
Yeah, you did.
Explain,
You
explain,
did.
explain.
mm,
Hey, tell them what happened at the Jamaican spot. So I was in North Carolina for another guy fighting. John was in the corner training the guy, and we went out to get some food. And I wasn't familiar with the bare knuckle shit. So he said, "Hey, this guy could possibly talking about Harry could possibly be in his weight class or whatever, division, whatever." I was like, "What?" I call up Harry on the FaceTime. Yo, this fight's happening
Shit.
right here. My man
Yeah.
gonna fuck you up. My man gonna
Yeah.
right.
That shit was,
And look,
uh,
now they
I
fighting,
was in,
and
I
nobody
was
gave me
in
a
the
cut.
gym. I
BYB
was in the
Extreme.
gym. I was in the gym
He
getting ready
goes
to
by
Yeah.
the
win the
name of
title.
Kyrie
Yeah.
Todd.
Somebody owe you dinner. Somebody owe you dinner.
For real.
Well, guys, we
Yo, when
appreciate you for tapping in. Good luck February 22nd, and hopefully we can
when
do
you
a
coming over
recap
to bare
reaction.
knuckle? When you coming over to
Huh?
bare knuckle? When you coming over to bare knuckle?
Man, I'm soft, man. I can't do that shit. I can't do that.
shit.
Nah,
Maybe the price is
hey,
right.
it's only going up right now, man.
Yeah,
This is
it's
why we're
getting
putting
better.
it on for the people. We're putting it on for
It's
the
getting better.
people.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a stack card on February
Mm,
22nd. So you already know. Tune
yes,
in,
sir.
everyone, and tune into a great fight between two good fighters, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll see
Thank,
you
thank you,
next week,
Peace,
gentlemen.
guys.
brother.
Thanks
God
for having
bless,
me,
guys. I'll
guys.
see you.